In one of the previous videos, we saw already how major scale can be played using patterns. So just know 3 patterns and then you can play the major scale anywhere on the fretboard, any octave, any kind of major scale. Now this major scale patterns can be used to play other scales also. All we have to know is how does the new scale compare with the major scale. In this video, we will see how the major scale pattern, just by changing 3 notes, it can be changed into a pattern which can be used to play the natural minor scale anywhere on the fretboard, any pitch. Of course, once you know how to do it, then all you have to do is any new scale, you just have to compare it with the major scale or any scale pattern which you know, change only those notes, and then you already have the pattern to play the new scale, whichever of your choice, anywhere on the fretboard, any pitch. This is obviously very useful because scales, you may have to transpose your songs, and once you know that scales are just patterns and you know how to get the pattern for your particular scale, then you have the freedom to play it in any pitch anywhere on the guitar. This is very important. So this one is about natural minor scale, getting a natural minor scale pattern by changing just 3 notes from the major scale. In some of the following videos, I will also talk about other popular scales. For example, let us say Karagara Priya, Dorian, how to get the pattern for Dorian. Karagara Priya, which is a basis of Shri and Kannada, Alaipaide, all of those things, and more of them. We will look at it. We've already seen how by just knowing the patterns of the major scale, we'll be able to play any major scale, any octave, anywhere on the fretboard. We don't have to learn them separately. For example, we looked at how this is the pattern for playing any major scale starting on the 6th string. The same pattern starting from the 5th string can be to play any major scale on the 5th string. Now, the same pattern starting with the 4th string with a small change gives us the 4th string, the pattern to play any major scale on the 4th string. That is for the 4th string. You can play it here, for example. That's again a major scale. Now, the same pattern shifted one more down with one more small shift. Now, if you want to play the natural minor scale, all you have to do is make changes to this pattern. Count for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Count the pattern as you play it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 being the root and the 8 being the octave. And then, if we know how the new scale, whichever scale you want to play, compares with a major scale, which notes have to be changed. After all, scales are just patterns. So regardless of which pitch you want to play, any scale is going to be a particular pattern. For example, natural minor scale. If we flatten the 3rd, 6th and 7th of the major scale, the resulting pattern gives us a natural minor scale. So all I have to do is count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and now I know that this is 3, this is 6 and this is 7, the 7th, 6th and 3rd notes of the major scale, and flatten it. Flatten it meaning go 1 fret to the left, go to the lower fret. If you are a left-handed guitarist, you have to go to the right side. So this will be the 3rd note of the scale, flattened. Flattened. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is again going to be flattened. 6, 7 was flattened again and played. This is the minor scale, natural minor scale pattern to play the natural minor scale anywhere on the 6th string, starting on the 6th string. And the same pattern works on the 5th string also. That's the natural minor scale starting on the 5th string. Now, this was the major scale pattern for the 4th string root. Flattening the 3rd, 6th and 7th gives me the natural minor scale pattern. That is it. It's as simple as that. Then 3rd string root was, this was the major scale pattern for the 3rd string root. Flattening the 3rd, 6th and 7 give me the natural minor pattern for the 3rd string root. This means that instead of having to play, suppose I have 24 frets, and if I'm going to learn each of the patterns for each of the major scale or each of the natural minor, any one of them. For example, if I want to play major scale, learn each of them separately to play all the possible major scale patterns on a 24 fret guitar. It'll be like, what will it be? More than 80 or so, 420 into 480 plus something number of separate patterns you will have to learn. But actually what it all takes, what it is actually is just this one single pattern on the 6th string. The same pattern works on the 5th string. And then on the 4th string, the same pattern with a small shift for the 2nd string. And again, the same pattern on a 3rd string with one more shift on the second string, major scale, again major scale, major scale, again major scale. Now flattening the 3rd, 6th and 7th gives me the natural minor scale. Yeah, I can play it anyway. Yeah, these are all natural minor scales. I don't even have to know which place which note I'm starting from. If I want a natural minor scale from here, that is a natural minor scale because I know the pattern. And where did I get the pattern from? From the same major scale patterns which you used to play the major scale anywhere on the guitar. Isn't it easy? It is. Is it useful for you? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe. Get other people also who are interested in this kind of stuff and for whom this kind of stuff will be useful to watch the channel. Ask questions, subscribe, comment. Thank you very much.